all these clips and stuff because I have no idea what's happening.
It's okay. We're used to that.
And also, Timmy's like, "Oh, TJ, you wrote the show and I made a format. Yeah, I followed
You
your
did.
format, dummy.
Yeah, but I had a file set up already.
Well, tough shit. I used it.
Yeah, ignoramus.
Hey, Dave, do the thing.
And we're back!
Drunken pop, we're diving deep. The memories we swore to keep. Unfiltered tales that'll make you leap. Into your past we boldly leap. Timothy speaks of games and dreams, old cartoons and backyard schemes. Nostalgia hit like a mighty wave. In this show, we misbehave. Double days with pockets full, bringing tales that always pull. Step heads, cackles with a glance, unleashing legends from our trance.
You know what would have made that song better? Instead of leaving legends from our trance, unleashing legends from our pants.
Then everyone would know we were lying.
No, Jandy says I'm legendary.
No.
To your face.
Yeah.
Correct.
See if I can still. Hello and welcome to Drunken Pop, the show where we do exactly what the title infers. We drink and talk about pop culture of
Oh.
Oh, good. He did that. And by the way, just to stay on brand, wrong mic.
Oh, this is bad.
I love
TJ's
it.
completely frozen.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh,
wrong,
there you go.
Wrong mic, dickhead.
Oh, this is. Oh, okay.
Well, welcome to Drunken Pop, where everything is the same as our old show, especially how shitty we are.
How's that? Is that better?
Better.
Oh my God.
Turn it down. You hurt my wiener.
I didn't touch anything.
Do you know what a weenus is?
That's what he said in high school.
Ansley's always talking about her weenus now. It's very weird.
It's the skin on
That's
your elbow.
strange. I like it.
So anyway, my name is TJ Stevens. Here are my fellow
Step
drunk-
pins
Step hands.
and the shitter net.
Oh my God.
This is going to be awesome.
TJ looks like this.
He looks like he's getting ready to blow somebody.
Indiana internet really killing it tonight. And Timmy C's here.
Who?
We might have to stop and let me restart my computer because I don't know what's happening.
I think you
I've
think
learned
you
how to
probably
edit
should.
video. Yeah.
Go
And hold on. Let's do this.
go reset
And-
your router.
Physical computers cause COVID.
Wow, you're the sick one, not me.
We getting on AOL now? What the shit?
You know what's funny is that sound is so ingrained in my brain from my childhood, it didn't even faze me when you started to do it.
That's TJ's internet kicking back in because we're back.
Oh, we're back.
And we're back.
I guess I should pull up my notes.
Again.
Where did we stop?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Just
The
kick the show off again.
Oh, hi, everyone, and welcome to Drunken Pop, the show where we do exactly what the title infers. We drink and talk about pop culture of yesteryear. My name is TJ.
Dave might die.
Dave might die.
I will not be drinking this episode because I'm sick as shit.
Me neither, best because I'm working tonight. So I guess we're
False
liars.
advertising.
We're liars.
We're
I'm
sober
hot.
punk.
We're not.
My name is TJ Stevens.
Step hands.
Step hands. Yeah.
Thank you. Tim was drinking. And here are my fellow drunken historians, except for this episode, David the HSV
What's up?
and Timmy C.
Who?
Please remember to subscribe to our YouTube, like and comment on our shows, and we'll be having some interactive experiences from now on. I don't even know what you're wearing. What is that?
FFP, whore.
What is, I've never heard of it.
Okay. I hate you.
What is FFP? Also, remember to follow us on X at drunken_pop, and on Instagram at drunkenpop1, because some butthole has drunken pop.
Ours
Never
is
know-
better though.
It is. Well, there's
I heard about that guy on a podcast that goes around buying all these web domains and telephone numbers and sells that shit.
Yeah, clearly he knew we were coming.
He's trying to sell joshallen.com for $200,000.
Yeah, because
Fuck all the way off.
the one thing Josh Allen needs is a website.
Just go across the border and do joshallen.ca.
There you go. Or
Or
edu.
joshallen.co or
UK.
joshallen.edu.
Org. Net.
Org. .CompuServe. You never know when we will do the show live and we can read your comments during the show. We would also be remiss if we didn't tell you to follow our Patreon network on X at RamSportsNet for all things professional wrestling, sports gambling, things of the like. Speaking of which, who used to do our plugs before?
Timmy.
Some Turkish guy did.
I
my
thought it was you.
plugs.
Oh, it's
Oh.
Timmy.
Okay, Timmy, why don't you tell us what they have available? And have we changed our price structure since the last time we've been together?
One doll hair gets you in
One
the
doll
door.
hair, singular.
But we would appreciate any tips for anything that we're doing well.
Just a tip.
So mainly like footballers, that's pretty good. I'm on that. We got wrestling with commercials. That's good. I'm on that too.
Especially when we do just Arby's.
Talking wrestling with Pondwater Dave.
Burger Chef.
Love that show. That would be our brother show, brother from another mother show with Pondwater Dave
Pondwater
and
and
Amy.
Amy.
Along
Show,
with
the name of that show's actually changing.
It is.
what's it going to be now?
It's going to be Talking Wrestling with Pondwater and Amy.
Good. I like it. We're leaping right into the 80s with our affirmative action for women. You will get a ton
Off
of
to a
bonus
strong
content,
start.
including Eras, the new generation. That's Dave and Megan. World class flashback with me and Pondwater. Power of the pen. Who's on that?
TJ
Hey,
and
Amy.
Amy.
Keppins. Yeah. Hard Times and Beyond with Dave and
Pyres.
Anthony Pyrus. It's Pyrus, not
Pirates.
It's Pyres.
Pirates.
Take the L out, like pliers. Pyres.
Incorrect. The CWA retrospective ringside replay, and the one where you guys just cut me completely out. Right to the bone.
Yeah, that's
Wrestling
what we
from
did.
the Rose City, a fabulous retrospect on Portland wrestling.
You know, maybe for our first item of business on Twitter with this new show is just post everyone our text thread where you clearly said that you weren't interested in doing that.
That's true. Buddy Rose just didn't do it for me. Sorry.
Yeah, that's also exactly what he said. Is like Buddy Rose is a fat piece of shit. And I'm just
That time he roofied me in Schaumburg was it.
So I think we're ready to start the show. Get the plugs in. And so this is the first episode. We're doing it this way. We're going to continue to go back to the past. We're going to do pop culture things, but now instead of just like reading you a news article like we were doing before, one person's going to do a story and the rest of us are just going to comment on it naturally. So this is what
Probably
we're gonna do.
interrupt them a lot too.
Probably. I mean, we did that before, to be fair. So before we hit into the month and year of what we're going to cover, let's go ahead and go to our first segment entitled Keeping It Real.
Who titled that? That's a shitty title.
I just
J-Lo.
Oh,
Cause I'm real. Where you walk, where you talk.
I don't
And we're probably gonna get copyrighted for that. That was so good.
I don't think we gotta worry about that.
All right. So what's on your mind, TJ? Grind your gears.
I'll go ahead and go first. A lot has happened
Whip it out.
since I spilled water.
Dude,
on my
why
shirt.
are you sweating down the front?
I
Like,
spilled
Why are you
water
so
on my shirt.
sweaty?
what the hell?
I was watching Cops.
Cops comes on at 4.
I spilled water on myself coming down the stairs down here. But a lot has happened since we last left you in October of 24. I can't believe this is how we're starting the show. But I've got something that's really up my ass sideways that I need to talk about. You guys know about it. Anyone that has seen me, in our little group here knows about it. But for those of you who watch or listen to this that don't pay attention to professional wrestling or the media surrounding it. First of all,
Congratulations.
bless you. Like,
Yeah.
making it this far, I wish I could say the same thing. Not so much the wrestling part. I do like that stuff, with the media part, yuck. Much like more traditional media, there's a handful of people that wrestling fans really look to for information and things of the like inside the wrestling world. He used to be one of them. Definitely not. Unlike normal media, all of the wrestling media people are pompous, self-important asshats, and that's me being polite about it. Instead of simply reporting things that are happening in the wrestling world, like, I don't know, normal people would do, they instead try to act like they themselves are in the wrestling business and often just spew some bullshit instead of just, like, I don't know, researching and validating their information. That's where I would start if it was me. So around Christmas time, one of these journalists posted some rather horseshit rumors. Well, he runs the website, but it wasn't him. About Dr. Britt Baker from AEW, as if it were true.
My sister?
Your sister. My sister. The story was that she was cheating on her then boyfriend, Adam Cole. Now, this is not a wrestling storyline. This was real life.
Truth is, she was cheating on another midget, not him.
Oh, rude. She came out and publicly refuted the claim. Now, instead of his cohorts and contemporaries demanding, he started validating his stories. I love that you only got 2 pictures of this. And you just keep flip-flopping. And, vetting your sources, journalistic integrity, and maybe, I don't know, an apology would have been nice. They instead told us how hard he works, so on and so forth. This came weeks, and by the way, he also resigned on their Monday Night Raw cap show and announced he announced he was going to announce it on the show beforehand, which to me, it doesn't scream sincerity. It screams, we're trying to get clicks. That's just me again, though. So this came weeks after someone from the same news site went to an AEW media scrum, yep, that one, and essentially asked MVP Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin what it was like working for a company who, had black world champions. Even though the 3 of them combined had won like 9,000 titles in WWE, including Bobby Lashley's 2 world titles. When she was accused of trying to race bait, which I don't think she was, and I'll explain that part in a second, her response was to vow to do better and to think about her questions before she asked them. No, I'm kidding. She didn't do that. She just quit Twitter. When that happened, her cohorts her cohorts came out and told us how nice she is. When she asked the question, again, I don't think she was like intentionally race baiting, but what it came off as was you're acting like you're concerned about how African Americans are portrayed in the wrestling world, which if genuine is fine. That's a thing.
Genuine?
Genuine.
Come on and let's do it.
Ride it. My pony.
My saddle. But it didn't come off as genuine. It came off as if you were making the media scrum about yourself and how awesome you are, as opposed to the promotion of the talent who just put on a show. Now, if any of these wrestling journalists watch this, they will, by the way, and say, what, TJ, do you think you can do it better? Absolutely, I do.
Do it. Do it.
I went to school for journalism, minored in English, so I can already read and speak better.
Did you say English?
English.
That's like old English.
Yeah.
English.
I speak Aramaic.
I learned pre-Plymouth Rock English.
When TJ says
English.
prayers, he ends it with Amen.
I love that I biffed. I didn't biff one time, then I biffed in the part where I said I can already read and speak better. So that's
incorrect.
Great. And I don't care if I'd be the first one to get a story out just so my Twitter handle was on it. I would just want to be right. That's what I would want to do. Better batting average as opposed to just being a loudmouth asshole. If your first line of defense for ridicule is to tell someone how nice that person is, they're not cut out for journalism. Criticism comes with the job. Ask Brian Williams. All right, I'm done.
So I would totally lie to get the story out there and get some Twitter follows, but that's just me.
But you also wouldn't call yourself news then.
No, maybe PN News.
You just
dude, yo baby.
Can
yo.
we start a wrestling news site and call it PN News?
Pretty sure
Think
Vince
he's
owns
got that
copyright.
trademarked?
I doubt
Vince
it.
does. Vince does. I guarantee it.
There's no way. Why would you trademark PN News?
Because he was awesome.
He was off of national television in 1995.
I'm going to pnnews.com.
I bet
I bet that one butthole already has it, and you got to pay it like $40.
If you're the owner of this website, please contact your hosting provider. That means you're poor. They have
that guy's selling it. $200,000. pnnews.com.
All right.
Hey, you know what time it is?
pnnews.org.
Step into the past with your game face on. Box score trivia where legends are born. Who scored the goals and who made the play? Get ready to guess every single day. Box score trivia, bringing the heat from the courts and fields to every athlete's feet. Test your knowledge and show you the best in this game of history. There's no time to rest.
Wait, so I'm the only person who gets to get shit off their chest?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't have anything to get
We
off my
looked.
chest.
We
I'm
looked at
sure.
it and said, "God damn, he's going for like 8.5 minutes on this." So we're just gonna have to go straight into the box score.
Well, I'm sorry. When I get angry about shit, it doesn't last for 33 seconds. And then
I
I'm
will
like, okay,
slide
dude.
my shit in later.
Don't worry. If you guys know me, there'll be plenty of opportunities.
During the show, probably.
All right, yeah.
Guaranteed.
So we're talking about April 1992, for those who don't know, because we haven't mentioned it yet. That's what we're doing. We're going to do April 1992. So box score trivia. You might have noticed, by the way, all of our songs have changed. We're doing basketball.
welcome.
Yeah. We're doing basketballs, but I'm going to change this up a little bit.
Basketball.
So this was the second, make sure I have the right year because I've done that before too. Yep, 1992.
I love
so,
when it's wrong.
Yeah.
So this was the second of the Bulls' first repeat.
Yep.
So
Who they
Let's-
beat that year?
The second of the Bulls' first three-peat.
they had
So it's
two.
like the second year.
This was their
of
second
number 2 of 6
title.
Yeah.
2 of 6.
So, well, Dave kind of beat me to the punch there. Who did they beat in the NBA Finals in 1992 for their second
Trailblazers.
title?
Trailblazers, yeah.
Portland Trailblazers is correct. Does anyone know how many games it took?
6.
It was 6. Look at this guy. Who did Portland beat in the Western Conference Finals to get to the NBA Finals? You could give me all day. I don't know if I'd get this.
Rockets?
No.
Utah.
It was the Utah Jazz.
Which is stupid because they don't allow music.
That is, yes.
Baseball.
Who did the Chicago Bulls beat?
Knicks.
Knicks.
They beat the Knicks the round prior in 7 games.
Pacers.
Indiana lost to Boston 3-0 in the first round.
Boston.
I just said, Boston lost to the team that,
Detroit.
no.
He already said the Knicks, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Cleveland.
Cleveland Cavaliers is the
LeBron
answer.
James.
No, that was like Craig Elo and Mark Price and all them.
That sounds terrible. Why?
Actually, I'm not even sure Craig Elo was still on the team then.
Why did Dave? What is he
So
doing?
we know that Portland and Utah were in the Western playoffs. Who were
They're
the
also
other-
the two places I would not like to vacation.
I would love to go to Portland. Are you kidding me?
Gross.
How many of the other teams from the Western Conference that made the playoffs can you name?
Lakers.
The Lakers are one.
Rockets.
No.
Suns.
The Suns are one.
Golden State Warriors.
Golden State, which
Yeah.
again, I wouldn't have guessed that in a million years.
They had Chris Mullins
Sacramento
back then.
Kings.
No.
No,
Sacramento
they were
Kings
trash.
No
definitely
Chris
did.
Webber.
Denver.
They
Nuggets.
didn't have Weber yet. Denver, no.
He's busy calling timeouts in the Final Four.
One is not a team anymore.
Sonics.
Supersonics.
Well,
Yes.
they are a team, by the way. They're
It
just
was
in
the Oklahoma
Oklahoma
City
City.
Thunder, but shut up. But yes,
Another
Seattle-
place I would not like to vacation.
No, I'm with you on that one. So there's one more team. Actually, there's two.
Mavericks.
No. Right
Not
State.
the Clippers. They were ass.
LA Clippers 7th seed
Oh.
in the West. That's what I said. You could have gave me a month, I wouldn't have got it. So
Washington Bullets.
That's
they're
Eastern, stupid.
Eastern.
Oh, I thought it was the other
When
one.
you said Dallas, I said right state, wrong team.
Houston Rockets.
San Antonio Spurs.
San
Spurs.
Antonio Spurs is
With
correct
the
answer.
Admiral.
The
Yeah.
Admiral.
So
And
there's all your 8.
That no talent ass clown wasn't there yet.
Tim Duncan, Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We're
back
gonna do
to
this again. I thought that was just for that show.
Hell no.
You actually think that?
I do.
Wow. So let's trot on over to the Eastern Conference. So we know Chicago and Cleveland are here. I kind of listed like 4 of them earlier.
Knicks, Celtics,
Charlotte,
No Charlotte.
Orlando.
Grandmama. No.
No Orlando.
Was Orlando even a team at that point?
Yeah, they had
1989.
Shaq in
Miami
92.
Heat with Glenn Rice, baby.
Miami and Orlando both started in 89. Miami Heat was the 8th seed.
the
Um,
Nets.
No.
The Washington Bullets.
No. You've listed all the teams but one. Because you said Indiana, Boston, New York, and Detroit earlier.
Pacers?
You also
That's
said the
Indiana,
Pacers.
stupid.
Yeah, that's Indiana. They
I
haven't
thought
moved.
that was the Fever. My bad.
Wrong.
Oh, Atlanta Hawks.
No.
Oh, well, we didn't name them. So what do you mean?
The Tampa Bay Devil Rays.
Baltimore Orioles.
Getting closer.
Washington Bullets.
I already said that.
No. Get off the Bullets. It's not the Bullets. Muggsy Bogues.
Charlotte Hornets.
No.
I
Still
said
no.
that already.
Grandmama. You even said Grandmama.
Well, who the hell Muggsy Bogues play for?
The Washington Bullets
Oh,
And the
and the
Hornets.
Hornets.
the Buffalo Sabres.
What, do you want me to give you a player off this team that's
Yeah.
left?
Yeah.
Derek Coleman.
The
The
Nets?
New Jersey Nets.
I
I
think
said
Dave-
the Nets
Dave
a long
said the
time
Nets.
ago.
No,
Yeah.
no, I didn't hear it.
Your
I really did.
fucking internet is terrible.
They did. Well, they didn't glitch. I just didn't hear it. Therefore,
I
it
said the
didn't
Nets a long time ago.
count. I don't believe that.
Idiot
So,
lips.
Kenyon Martin.
let's go to the NBA Finals. Let's do one question from there, and then we'll move on. Man, it's all the way at the bottom. Who would do that? Boy. All right. Who was the statistical single game points leader for the
Michael
playoffs
Jordan.
tonight? Okay. How many did he have?
62.
31.
Dave says 31. It is in between 31 and 62.
42.
35.
It's way closer to 62 than 31.
58.
Close. Boy, you're
That's how many
close.
points a game?
No, just a single game.
56.
Game
Oh,
56.
single game.
56 points.
56.
Rebounds. We're just gonna do rebounds. We'll be done after this. I got to figure out how to do this better. Horace Grant. No, so this is not the finals. This is just the playoffs in general.
Oh.
Dennis Rodman.
No,
Derek Coleman.
it's in the Western Conference, and he's on the
Clyde
team. That,
Drexler.
and he's on the team that doesn't exist anymore.
Hakeem Olajuwon. Oh, Sean Kemp.
Sean Kemp with the Seattle Supersonics had 20.
University of Kentucky legend, Sean Kemp.
I think he's from here. I think he's from like northern Indiana somewhere.
Well,
I
he
thought
was
he didn't
supposed to-
play in college.
He didn't, but he was supposed to go to UK. And then he was like,
He
hey,
can't
I can
spell UK.
make money.
By the way,
I can. S-U-C-K.
the Chicago Portland NBA Finals is an underrated one. It was really good.
It was very close. All the
Yeah.
games. Yeah.
I had the Sega Genesis game that had that as the finals.
I think I did too.
Everybody did.
You know why? Because
Why?
Genesis does what Nintendo don't. Which I have no idea what it did that Nintendo didn't. But
I don't know what just happened.
never seen that commercial?
I have no idea what you're doing.
We've watched
Fucking
it on
children.
Wrestling with Commercials.
Have we?
Yes,
Dave's dying.
Dave's dying. COVID.
I think it's time for our next game.
What game is that?
Hit my
I don't
clip.
Oh,
Hollywood secrets in the air. Everyone will play their share. Dave's Faves is the name. Movie trivia is the game.
Now it's time for Dave's Faves.
do I still need a piece of paper and a marker?
Have you seen it? Of course you do.
Okay, I got
Here
it.
we
I'm
go.
good.
We are
I got
back.
a Sharpie.
4 movies this week. March, April 1992.
March, April, what?
Yeah, both months. Here
It's
we
like
go.
The first quarter of 1992.
Our first movie this week has an unknown budget.
Good start. Great.
but it did earn $147.2 million worldwide at the box office.
I don't know if that's good or not.
Had a cartoon come out of it. Had sequels. I think they're like still pumping them out to this day. This is an American family comedy film. A slobbering St. Bernard becomes the center of attention for George and Alice Newton's loving family, who must contend with a dog-napping local veterinarian and his henchmen. Stars Charles Grodin and Bonnie Hunt. And a girl I was in love with named Nicole Tom. Her name was Rice in the movie.
I can't remember the name of the movie. I know the name. I can't remember the name of the movie.
5.
You know
4,
the name. What?
3, 2.
Fine. We'll roll with it.
TJ, go.
It's Beethoven something.
It's Beethoven.
It's just Beethoven.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Noise.
Just slowly backed into that one.
You're
Good
used to
Lord.
that.
Movie number B
Hi, Efren.
with an unknown budget.
Okay.
Were there no bookkeepers in 1992?
Our
Yeah,
second
correct.
film this week grossed a massive $19.9 million at the box office.
I don't think they have a cartoon.
That's legit. It might have been a cartoon.
This is an American biographical sports drama film.
Oh, this probably sucked ass.
George Herman Ruth becomes a baseball legend, but is unheroic to those who know him. This film stars John Goodman
John Goodman. Yeah.
and Miss Top Gun herself, Kelly McGillis.
She was terrible in that movie, by the way.
This whole movie is pretty terrible. I don't remember the name of it at all, though.
I do.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. TJ, throw out what you got.
The Babe.
Yes!
Yeah!
JC!
The Babe.
Both. Look
I
at
was,
you
I
go.
was going to be like 61.
Look at TJ ignorantly falling into correct answers.
That's what I do. That's how I got this.
Beethoven's something or another. Yeah, it's
Yep.
Beethoven.
Yeah,
Beethoven's Revenge, rated R.
a fifth of Beethoven.
Movie number C. On a budget of $31 million.
Well, we bookkeeping for this.
Hey.
Oh, shit. Didn't do my notes here. Hold
Oh,
on.
good.
Is this the movie synopsis?
Movie number C.
Budget, but nothing else.
No, I don't have the budget for the fourth movie. All right, here we go. Movie number C with a budget of $31 million. Our third movie this week grossed $90.8 million at the box office.
Okay.
Respectable.
Okay.
This is an American sports comedy film. This film is one of Dave's faves. Two basketball hustlers, Sidney Dean and Billy Hoyle, join forces to double their chances of winning money on the street courts as well as in a tournament. This film stars Wesley Snipes, Woody Harrelson, and Rosie Perez.
I don't think you need to tell us who starred in it.
You're so stupid.
I
You're
hate
so
her
stupid.
voice.
Oh my God. She's almost as bad as the nanny.
But she's hot, though.
She was a commentator for the Mike Tyson fight.
Yes,
It
it was
was.
terrible.
I was like, why? Why are you doing this?
He's going to back him in a corner and throw some haymakers. Ugh. TJ, go.
Oh, shit. White men can't jump.
There you go. Timmy C.
What is Mount Vesuvius? White men can't jump. Dave's dying. COVID.
I am literally dying here. All
I
right.
should have been like above the rim.
Our last
Love and
movie
basketball.
of the week. On a budget of $11 million. Our last movie this week grossed $64.1 million at the box office.
Made money. I mean,
I can only imagine how much more it's made over the years because this bitch is a classic.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something else.
This is an American comedy film. This film is one of Dave's faves. Two New Yorkers accused of murder in rural Alabama while on their way back to college call in the help of a family member, a loudmouth lawyer with no trial experience. This film stars Joe Pesci, Ralph Macchio, and Marissa Tomei.
This might be the first time me and Timmy both are going to do a clean sweep in this.
My biological clock is ticking like this.
Did you say Utes?
Utes?
The
Where did
two
you get-
Utes. Did you say Utes?
Are you
By the
trying-
way,
are you trying to mock
R.I.P.
me?
Herman Munster.
Yeah.
Munster in the house. TJ Steppins.
My cousin Vinny.
There you go.
My cousin Vinny.
There you go. Boom. Clean sweep. 4 for 4. Way to go, guys.
The
Where did you
prosecutor is wrong.
Where did you get that suit?
Well, you see, the dry cleaners, it said they were sick. Apparently, the whole store got sick. Like Dave. So, does that mean it's my turn?
Is it?
Listen to him blurt out songs. Half the words are always wrong. Digs up hits that lost their flair. He's got no clue but doesn't care. One hit wonders on repeat. Timmy C's voice ain't so sweet. Blabber on about yesterday's fame while we all just cringe in shame.
All right.
It's true. The Beatles are a one-hit wonder.
Well, I was just going to say your segment's called One Hit Wonders. Did you have the Beatles on there twice?
No, one of them was the Rolling Stones.
Okay.
You may have heard
Beatles
of them.
suck.
They had a big hit back in the 70s.
Hey, hot take for our new listeners. The Beach Boys are better than the Beatles.
I mean, again, I think I guess we'll continue this bit too from the last
Still
show.
a terrible take.
Just
Okay.
because you said it doesn't mean it's hot. It's wrong.
right.
Aruba, Jamaica.
They had John Stamos automatically disqualifies them from being great. All right. 2 songs. That's all I got. It's hard to find one-hit wonders. So
Informer.
we're in 92, not 98. All right.
No, that song came out in like 92.
Incorrect. Well, it was not out yet. All right. The first one was produced by Jermaine Dupri and Joe the Butcher Niccolo.
Jump by Criss Cross.
Motherfucker.
Jump,
Wow.
jump. The Mac Dad'll make you jump,
Wow.
jump, and Daddy Mac will make you jump, jump.
Well,
Criss Cross will
it
make you.
also
Don't try to compare
achieved
what's
international
international bad and
success.
bad and the Mac and the bad. I give you
Popping-
something that you never had. I make it rump, wiggly, shake you rump. Because I be kicking the flip and I make you want to jump. How high, real high, because I'm just so fly.
I love that he's doing both parts. Ree-ha!
So Informer came out in 1993. There you go.
Woo-ha! Got you all in check. I do the head bob thing.
Dude, I
All
nailed that one.
So it ranked 75 on VH1's 100 Greatest Songs of the 90s. What were they thinking? And number 2 on their Child Stars top 10 list.
Who was number 1?
I don't know. In
Oh.
2010, Blender listed it as number 373 on its list of greatest songs since you were born.
That's
How did they know when I was born?
That's
exactly.
a stupid list.
Was that Blender or Bender?
That song should be number 373 out of bands who wore their pants backward.
But good news, the same year the song was ranked as number 34 on the list of the 100 worst songs ever.
I
So-
love that song. You guys are stupid.
Okay.
The Mac Daddy will make you.
All right. So this next song, obviously a one-hit wonder because I didn't see him again on the Hot 100 after this, was referred to as a mock opera that resulted in the combination of 3 songs the songwriter had written. I don't even know his name.
Would that be Mopra?
Mock opera.
Mopra.
Cochra. No. Mocker.
Johnny
Mo-
Cochran.
Cochran. Mock Cochran.
Joe Cocker.
What would you do if I sang out of tune? All right. Although critical reaction was initially mixed, retrospective reviews have acclaimed this song as one of the greatest songs of all time, interesting for a one-hit wonder, and is often regarded as this band's signature song, which obviously was a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, no shit.
It also topped the
Chop.
charts in countries including Canada,
Good day.
Maple syrup.
Australia,
Good day.
Oh, good day. I totally butchered that.
New Zealand,
Hey!
Ireland, pint of
Guinness.
and the Netherlands.
Fish and chips.
The Netherlands. I got nothing for the Netherlands.
Whores and weed.
Horse.
Horse and weed. I like it. And has sold over 6
Weed.
million copies worldwide. In the United States, it reached a peak of number 2 after appearing in the 1992 film Wayne's World.
Nice. Oh, is this Ballroom Blitz?
Bohemian Rhapsody.
By what the hell is the name of the
Queen.
Correct. How did you get it there? Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Wait, are you calling
Nailed it.
Queen one-hit wonders?
Yeah, never heard of them.
What? I hate the show. I quit.
All right,
I see a little silhouette of a
I looked.
What are you? What are you?
I looked 10 years in both directions on the Hot 100 and never saw anything from them. I assumed it was a one-hit wonder.
I'm
Because
pretty sure Queen.
yeah, Freddie Mercury died in 1990.
What? Congrats, go out on top.
And also you
Oh,
went
wait a minute, you hadn't peaked yet.
you went to Queen. Meanwhile, the song they sing in the movie is Ballroom Blitz, and that's literally their only hit.
Timmy, have you never heard? We will rock you.
I think Emilio Estevez sang that. It was in the Mighty Ducks.
Or another one bites the dust, and another one down, and another one bites the dust.
That was Phil Collins, wasn't it?
No, what?
What?
I want to break free.
All right.
We are the champions, my friend.
Who sang Ballroom Blitz?
That hot chick Tia Carrere.
We'll keep on fighting to
Yeah.
the end.
I seen him.
Okay.
Timmy literally just called Queen one hit wonder.
One-hit wonders. Like, I want to scream real loud.
We
right
have
now.
to go ahead and cancel the show.
We do. I mean, you also said the Beach Boys were better than the Beatles, so
Correct.
I don't know where to start on motherfucking people in the show.
They are. The Beatles suck.
That's not true.
Well, most of them are dead now, so.
I think we're ready to. What do we call on this next topic? Because I've got written one thing, but I also see a clip that's something else. So
We don't have a clip for this.
okay, good. So the reason we're all here, let's hop into our time machines, take a blast to the past. It's time for yesterday's front page. Let's head to the news desk for our first story. I'll start us off. Good evening. Our top story for this bit
I'm
is
Dan Rather.
I'm Dan Ray. I'm
Poor.
Cronkite. Our top story for this bit is infamous New York mobster John Gotti is convicted on RICO charges by the OCTF and FBI. By the way,
I love that song. Another one-hit wonder. Rico Suave.
By the way, OCTF is Organized Crime Task Force. John Gotti grew up.
I thought you misspelled October.
Yeah. You're like, man, he fucked that all up. For one, there's not enough letters. B, there's an F in there.
Well, we thought Octave and FBI were October.
Octave was that how that would go.
Bless you.
John, thank you. John Gotti grew up in New York, in Brooklyn to be exact. Gotti and his family lived a life of poverty, which ultimately led to him working for the mafia from the age of 12.
This is what he looked like when he worked for him at
When
the
he was
age of
12. Yeah. At 16, he began running errands for Carmine Fatico of the Gambino.
This is what he
family.
looked like at 16.
Yep, same suit. He didn't. I mean,
He
very
aged
slim.
well.
Yeah. I mean, actually, he started off looking like shit, but as he got older, like, oh well, okay, he was just finished.
He's
Very
the Arn
young.
Anderson of crime family heads, right there.
Yep. These errands included hijacking trucks and even performing burglary from airplanes at the airport. So he was actually the now infamous Lufthansa heist. He organized that, which I did not know until I researched the story. Do you want to say something? Because you look like you want to say something.
Lufthansa.
It's Lufthansa. I said it
It's
right.
not. It's Lufthansa.
Whatever.
It would have been better if he'd have robbed a Qantas plane because they don't crash.
Mm. Well, I mean, he's not doing it in the air, stupid. Like, it's
That would
still
be
on the
better.
ground.
What an amateur he is.
Yeah, D.B. Cooper did it. In June of 1974, Gotti was arrested and charged for the murder of mobster James McBratney.
What a
For his
brat.
part, Gotti was sentenced to 4 years in jail for his part, and he was charged with attempted manslaughter. Gotti was released in July of 1977 and went back to the Gambino.
Hold on, whoa. Time out. So he was arrested and charged with the murder,
Yes,
but he was sentenced 4 years for attempted manslaughter.
yes.
So
And also,
he tried, but the guy still died.
and also, he only served 3 years because of good behavior.
Wow.
He's got a hell of a lawyer.
Yeah, no shit.
He's got a great lawyer.
Actually, we're gonna get to that here. In a
the
little
guy's
bit.
dead. I think we should get him for attempted manslaughter.
I mean, He only shot him twice. I mean,
He's very good at what he does.
he was released in July of 77 and went back to the Gambino family, working for new leader Paul Castellano. In 84, Castellano would be taken down on RICO charges for his role in what was known as the Commission, which was a group of mob families working together to essentially dominate the world of white-collar crime. Gotti became dissatisfied working for Castellano and ordered a hit on Paul, which was taken out on December 16, 1985. So the reason why Gotti and a few other people kind of got disenfranchised with the Castellano specifically was in these days, you were not allowed, according to the old regime, to get into drug dealing. And Gotti and some other people were making a shitload of money doing that.
Tom Brenneman, I think, put that hit out because of the whole, it's a deep drive to right, and Castellanos, I'm sorry, Jim Day will be taking you home for the rest of the weekend because I don't like homosexuals, and I said it on TV. And
yeah, but like,
by the way, back on TV calling college games on the CW.
Like, why would you
want
say
to
that?
check them out?
Why would you say that in the booth at all?
They weren't in the booth. It was COVID. They were back in the studio.
Still,
Yeah,
all right.
you know.
Gotti was then made after the hit on Castellano, was made the new leader of the Gambino crime family. Gotti then earned the name Teflon Don for being able to evade prosecution.
And maybe his hair.
And his hair, even when the cases were very strong against him. By the way, he owned a lot of white rain. That's the hair. He was very flammable at all times. He evaded racketeering charges in 1986 brought on by New York District Attorney Diane Giacalone.
I'm sorry, what?
Diane Giacalone.
Okay.
Gotti would get off on these charges with his attorney Bruce Cutler gaining the fame for it. But later it was revealed that some of the jurors had actually been bribed.
Shocker.
Yeah.
Shocker.
By the way, if you've never heard of the Diane Giacalone case against John Gotti, do yourself a favor and watch a documentary on Netflix about Gotti, because it is batshit.
Giacalone.
It is batshit crazy, that trial. Here in April of 92, in a case that was brought on by the FBI in conjunction with the OCTF, Gotti was charged with, everything that you can be charged with, and sentenced to life in prison without parole and $250,000 in fines. It was estimated at the time that Gotti was making between $10 to $12 million a year. Gotti would die on June 10th, 2002 at the age of 61 from complications from throat cancer.
All right, so where they sent Gotti?
Molina or
Marion, Illinois.
No, Marion, Illinois. Yep.
You know who else did their time there?
Was it Gacy?
Nope. My good
Mike
friend,
Tyson.
my good friend Pete Rose did his time there.
No.
What did he do?
Bet on baseball. I don't know how that's.
Because Pete Rose and John Gotti definitely did the same.
Yeah,
thing.
I mean that definitely should be in the same prison. Just so you know.
I wonder what happened to the guy that beat up John Gotti in prison.
He got ass fucked a bunch. I guarantee.
Walter Johnson. Because Gotti had offered the Aryan Brotherhood like $100,000 to take him out.
I think it ended
I never
up,
saw anything about it.
No, actually, Gotti ended up getting charged for that. They found out about it, and he got charged for that too while in prison.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
if you're
but-
already in for life, you might as well just go for it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
he gives a shit.
That other guy did not end up very well. I guarantee it.
But again, there's a John Gotti documentary on Netflix about the late 80s specifically in these trials, because this was the third time they tried Gotti, and if this didn't work, like it was essentially over. Like Gotti was going to get away with everything, and just the mob would still be intact maybe to this day.
Hey, do you know how good he was at getting out of convictions? That's how good. Look at how that's a mugshot. Look at him. He's like,
So
yeah,
that
fuck
was
you.
that was this trial when
Yeah.
you got convicted. That's that mugshot.
That's how confident that guy was. He's like, I'm getting out of here. Fuck
Yeah.
y'all. But still, I'm gonna guarantee in prison, dude lived like a king.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, for sure. You know that he was well taken care of.
He offered to pay Walter Johnson $400,000 I'm sorry. He offered the Aryan Brotherhood $400,000 to kill Walter Johnson while in prison. And now what they're going to do with it, I don't know.
Commissary, baby.
They're what are they going to buy? The guns?
Lots of Nazi flags. Just
They're
hanging
getting a
all
lot
over.
of ramen noodles and crystal lights.
Ooh, fancy. I want lemonade and I want raspberry lemonade. What's up?
You know what they should have been drinking?
1992. Let's talk about it.
Hmm.
Now it's time to discuss something that was complete and utter trash.
I'm not to disagree with you on that.
Crystal Pepsi.
Crystal Pepsi was the shit.
It was shit.
No, it was the shit. I drank so much Crystal Pepsi.
And
That
now you
explains
have
a lot.
ball cancer. In
On his
1991,
skin.
yeah, on your shin. You have balls growing out of your shin with tumors.
Like, how did you guys know about that?
You wore shorts last weekend.
Oh, that's right. I did.
In 1991, PepsiCo's risk-taking leadership ambitiously reshaped the company. It pushed consumer research to harness the clear craze and the new age trend to find a healthier recipe to stimulate the slowing cola market. I don't think the cola market was slowing in 91.
No.
Let me help you. I'm gonna lay a song under it to bring us back to them. Right now, hey, it's for tomorrow. Right
PepsiCo.
now, hey.
After more than 1,000 product concepts and 3,000 formulations,
Jesus.
They're wasting fucking money.
This is what they came up with.
Pepsi discovered a lighter flavor and appearance with modified food starch instead of caramel color and 20 fewer calories.
That's why I'm so skinny still.
Should have been called Diet Crystal Pepsi. Put it in a can,
The
like that.
The totally new product resembled standard Pepsi, but reportedly tastes less acidic. It tasted more like dog urine.
Tasted most like dog piss.
Dog had drank a lot of water and the pee was really clear. After a huge marketing campaign, Crystal Pepsi was launched here in April of 1992, capturing 1% of the soft drink market share, worth more than $474 million in its first year.
So they lost like $300 million because they were paying all those people to try and make Pepsi clear.
Again, 3,000 formulations. And again, I drank it. I loved it when I was a kid. But the fact that you did all this lab work and the best you could come up with was like, hey, it's Pepsi, but you could see through it. That's the best you could do.
We call it Pepsi water.
The 3,000, the first formulation was just like some janitor pushing a dust mop around Pepsi going, hey, why don't you just not put the caramel color in?
I got Pepsi.
God damn it, he's right.
Genius. It was Ben Affleck and Beautiful Mind or whatever that was.
During the same year that Crystal Pepsi was released, several other manufacturers also released colorless versions of their existing products.
Stupid.
Such as colorless palm olive dish soap,
That's stupid.
colorless soft soap liquid soap,
I think that's hand sanitizer.
I think they still have
and
that.
colorless Rembrandt mouthwash.
Also stupid. That's just water.
Coca-Cola also released Tab Clear.
Gross.
And
Tab
to
was
top it
still
all
a
off,
thing?
to top it all off, even the Miller Brewing Company released a colorless beer called Miller Clear.
No, stop it.
It's called White Claw. I've seen it.
Stop it. There's no way. I gotta look this up.
Miller Clear.
There's no fucking way.
Instead of Miller beer, Miller Clear.
Miller Clear. It has zero alcohol too.
Now
Oh,
here's where it gets good.
I found it.
According to Coca-Cola's chief marketing officer, Tab Clear was released at the same time as an intentional kamikaze effort to create an unpopular beverage that was positioned as an analog of Crystal Pepsi to kill both in the process. The Born to Die strategy included using the poor-performing Tab brand rather than Coke, labeling the product as a sugar-free drink to confuse consumers into thinking Crystal Pepsi had no sugar and marketing the product as if it were medicinal.
Medicinal.
According to Coca-Cola executives, Pepsi spent an enormous amount of money on the brand, and regardless, we killed it. Both of them were dead within 6 months. Crystal Pepsi was generally considered to be not good by most people, as it was often described as bland and watery when it was originally released,
Because it was clear.
with many finding the taste underwhelming compared to regular Pepsi. Hence why it was discontinued after a short time on the market. That stuff was trash.
It's like I don't get the
If
hair
I
on my
want a
tongue
clear
from the
soda,
color.
I'm going to drink Sprite.
I liked Crystal Pepsi. But are you guys ready for this? Because I found Miller Clear.
Miller
Yeah.
Clear. Let's go.
I think it's more disturbing that it still has a head on it.
Well, I mean, you could pour a white
Looks
claw
like
on it, but
jizz
look
water.
Like
Actually, it looks like Zima is what it looks like.
that. Zima's good.
Oh, I did like Zima.
Oh, Crystal Pepsi smashed ass, but Zima, that's for fancy people.
yeah, that's because we're rich.
I ain't never got drunk off Crystal Pepsi. Just so you know,
Well, I didn't either. I was 7.
when you were
Yeah,
drinking
sugar-free
Zima, that's
high.
weird.
I want to go try a Tab Clear.
I love that they were like, it's medicine.
It's medicinal.
Dude, how smart was Coke to just destroy that?
Well, first off, Tab was a dead brand to begin with.
That's
Tab
why
is
they
still-
used Tab. So Coca-Cola owned Tab. So
Yeah.
that's why they used it.
Tab's still a thing, by the way.
Yeah,
Is
it's still
there- was
there.
there-
I mean, I
was
you know, I can honestly say I am 43 years old. I have never had a Tab in my
Me
life.
neither. Me neither.
There's still Tab. Where the fuck can I find Tab?
I think we should go to the grocery store and all buy Tab and do a live taste.
I
test.
know. I'm not drinking
Boy,
Tab ever.
I think I'd rather drink Miller Clear.
We're gonna do a live taste
It's,
testing.
it's
Dave
okay.
drinks
Both are
Tab.
expired. It doesn't matter.
I was saying,
You're
even
not
though
going
Miller Clear has
anywhere.
been discontinued for 32 years, I think I'd rather try that.
Tab was Coca-Cola's first diet cola introduced in 19. It's diet.
Yeah.
Ew.
But isn't there a diet tab?
No, Tab was the original Diet Cola.
Hold on.
Now they have Tab Energy.
Ew.
That sounds
Why?
terrible.
Why?
Tab stands for totally artificial beverage. That's healthy.
Are you serious?
Yes.
What should we call this? I don't know. It's totally artificial. God.
What are you drinking? A totally artificial beverage, bud.
I mean, they might as well have just titled it shit. Just, what are you drinking? Shit.
I am going to go to the store and buy a Tab, and we're going to have a taste testing on
Don't
this
do
show.
that. Don't
So
do that
there's
to
no
yourself.
diet tab, but there is tab sugar free.
Well,
They call it Tab Zero.
No, they just call it tab sugar free.
Zero Tab.
And sugar free's on there twice.
is there a tab with sugar?
Is it Tab less?
And not surprisingly, underneath the tab sugar free is a picture of Pepto Bismol. So
All right. To hell with your guys' stories. Those are terrible. Let's go to the
Whatever.
most hotly contested election of 1992.
what was it? Was that Clinton and HW2?
Yeah. And
Okay.
Ross Perot.
Well, it was a younger man and an older, fatter man.
Bush.
But
He
it
grew up
was.
in China.
Oh boy,
It was young Elvis
Who grew up
or
in China?
fat Elvis.
Didn't Bush throw up in China?
He did,
Or
yes.
Japan?
Probably.
I think it was Japan.
He threw up on like the Japan emperor guy.
Yeah,
He had bad hibachi.
Yeah.
I love
April
hibachi.
6th opened the voting on two designs that would eventually become the 29-cent stamp. By the way, there was outrage that stamps were 29 cents.
I'm outraged that you had all these stories to choose from in 92 and you picked fucking postage stamps.
We're going to get to it. Don't worry.
Oh,
my
okay,
friend.
good. I hope so because I'm upset
So-
already.
So the two choices they had were A, young Elvis, or B, fat Elvis that had 7 chins removed. Because that's not what he looked like later in his career.
I love that you're just calling him fat.
That
Elvis.
was a
There's
government
clearly not fat.
conspiracy.
Jesus.
Government conspiracy to make Elvis skinnier as he was old. All right, there's so young Elvis, old Elvis, several chins removed. The idea was to commemorate Presley through the issuance of a postage stamp, and apparently a lot of people didn't like this.
Okay.
The source of this controversy was because Elvis's legacy as a sex symbol. Okay,
Yeah,
I
prior
mean,
to 1974, sure.
and
You
as
know,
well
you know who
as
taught Elvis how to dance, right?
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump, I seen it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And he, had a little bit of a drug problem.
Fat Elvis.
Died on the toilet.
But what we're going to focus on are the racial concerns about Elvis becoming the subject of a postage stamp. Elvis had been accused of co-opting and profiting from black music.
I have heard this.
Public Enemy even addressed the racism in Fight the Power. I'm sorry, what? Okay.
The tag
So
team
in-
from WCW.
Nope. in 1989, there was
Lottie
a
Dottie, we gonna have us a Nitro Beach Blast party.
something like that. So in 89, there was a groundswell to get Elvis a stamp. I don't know why. It's postage stamp. Who the fuck cares?
I couldn't agree more.
But Public Enemy in their song Fight the Power said, quote, Elvis was a hero to most. Elvis was a hero to most. Elvis was a hero to most. But he never meant shit to me, you see. Straight up racist. That sucker was simple and plain.
Why did he say it 3 times?
I don't know. He doesn't like Elvis.
Was
A
he
lot.
hoping Beetlejuice
A
appeared?
lot. Further in the same verse, they directly addressed the public campaign for the stamp, saying, most of my heroes don't appear on no stamps. I'm not sure who Public Enemy's heroes were, but most stamps before Elvis were like fucking George Washington, Ben Franklin,
flag.
maybe Susan B. Anthony, the flag.
A hawk or an eagle.
By the way, Public Enemy, y'all can fuck all the way off.
I want a Suzanne Summers.
Your hype man literally prostituted himself to VH1 all of the decade of the 2000s.
And bang Brigitte Nielsen. And not when she was hot.
Flav! So they can be mad at Elvis for co-opting black music. I'm mad at Public Enemy for co-opting a white television network the entire decade of the 2000s.
Pop-up video.
Nothing but Celine Dion and pop-up video.
Oh, I loved pop-up video.
Pop-up video was a shit.
Because we're white. That's fine.
God, I never thought about it like that, but yeah.
Presidential candidate Bill Clinton endorsed the young Elvis stamp on his
course he
appearance on the Arsenio Hall show following his performance of Elvis's song Heartbreak Hotel on the saxophone. Want to talk about sex symbolism? Come on now.
Well, Clinton and Elvis had a lot in common. They like to fuck fat bitches. Like that,
Yeah.
that was both of their things.
Can't have Elvis on a stamp because he liked to, swivel his hips, but our president's in the White House getting a blowjob.
But that wasn't this wasn't that he wasn't even elected yet. This was still Bush. So nobody knew he was catching hummers on the DL.
Well, he would have been.
From fat interns.
This is the first time the United States.
Hot.
Oh, it's on my
Ooh.
dress. Oh,
And the desk and the car.
I'm going to save this and put it in my
and it's
closet.
in my hair. Is that hair gel?
Oh, I love that movie.
So good.
This is the first time the USPS had opened stamp design to a selection through the general public. That seems like a terrible idea, by the way. The stamp was released to wide critical acclaim on January 8th, 1993, except, of course, by Chuck D. He didn't like this stamp.
You know what we should do? We should start
That's
a
a
Public
great
Enemy
stamp.
stamp and really show them.
There you go. None of my heroes been on a stamp. Put Flava Flav with his dick in Brigitte Nielsen.
Ugh.
You know what song it had to play? There ain't no easy way out.
There's
There ain't
that's
no
a very
shortcut
deep.
out.
Can you fit that much detail on a stamp? There's not a lot of room to play with there.
That's what Brigitte said.
I'm sure our boy JD Hoop can.
No, touche.
All right, the stamp was dedicated at Graceland on what would have been Elvis Presley's 58th birthday. It also happened to be the birthday of that preacher who claims not to be Elvis on his 58th birthday.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
There's a TikTok guy who Elvis is alive, by the way.
He's
Just so you
not.
know.
He's way dead.
He's not. Him, Biggie, and Tupac all sitting on the
Again,
beach.
if I was going to fake my own death, I would not say, hey, let me get fat first. And then just tell everyone you found me on the toilet.
That is the perfect way to die. What are you
Holy
talking
crap!
about?
I've lived longer than Elvis.
No one questions that.
I
But
look way better than him at 42.
guess what? In 2015, he got a second stamp. And like this one's not animated. It's like real Elvis.
No, they got Elvis, teenage Elvis, because that's what we
Yeah.
do.
This
Uh-huh.
time there was much less hip wiggling Public Enemy controversy, mainly because Flava Flav shows were canceled and no one knows who Chuck D is anymore. So fuck all the way off Public Enemy.
But do you know what fat Elvis really liked drinking? Miller Clear.
Miller Clear.
Regular beer without the heaviness.
Actually,
Well, that's
he
not
preferred
true.
regular beer with extra heaviness.
Yeah. Can I get a Heineken you shook in a paint can shaker? I want that.
Ugh.
Love it.
Elvis, who I gotta tell you guys, so we have a group chat and we were discussing the topics we wanted to discuss on the show. I gotta be honest, when Timmy picked, actually I wasn't really excited when Dave picked Crystal Pepsi, to be fair. But then when Timmy said Elvis Stamp, I'm like, this is a fucking gonna be awful show start. But I was proven wrong. Thank you.
Both were way better than
Yeah!
the story.
My story?
Yeah, you shit.
Yeah, like the most infamous gangster of all time finally gets arrested.
He's no Tony Soprano.
You'd have been better if you'd have covered My Cousin Vinny.
Yeah, I love that movie.
That was a phenomenal movie. I think now it's time to say goodnight, though.
Did you say you?
Now it's
Utes?
time to say goodbye to
going
Dave
to
and
bed.
all his friends.
Dave is sick.
If you enjoyed this week's episode, please let us know. Give us that 5-star review on YouTube. Make sure to follow the show on X at Drunken_Pop, on Instagram at DrunkenPop1, and follow our Patreon network at Ram Sports Nest. As for Ram Sports
Nest.
We're starting a nest of birds. That's what we're doing. As for us, you can find us all on our social media platforms at Dollar Bill Dave.
Follow me on X at Dave in the HSV.
Timmy Z.
Follow me on Twitter at Timmy C 1979-1.
9-1.
No, oh, sorry. That's my Instagram. Apparently, Instagram makes me add one. At Timmy C 1979.
And I am at T Stevens 91. Remember, in a world full of projectionists and liars, we're the 3 assholes for truth. See you next week here on Drunken Pop.
Peace.
I'm tired.